8 albums Murder Incorporated never released. Cadillac Ta, Pov City Hustler, the debut album by Cadillac Ta. Cadillac Ta had a lot of traction going back in 2002. He had 2 appearances on the Fast and Furious soundtrack, including a big solo track, a guest appearance on a J. Lo song and a single with Ashanti. Ta had the album completed, but Murder Inc. was trying to rush the album in 2003. Murder Incorporated told him if the album was not ready to go and released by a certain date, it would be gone forever. And that's exactly what happened. Vita, La Dolce Vita, the much pushed back album from female rapper Vita. Vita had been appearing on Murder Incorporated songs since 1999, but never had her own album released. Her debut album, first reported to be released in the fall of 2001 and then subsequently had release dates in 2002 then 2003, included 2 songs produced by the Neptunes, a few Ja Rule appurtenances and even a rumored unreleased Jay-Z verse. Vita recorded a single and had a video directed by Hype Williams that sampled a Madonna song, one that she did not clear. That single was as far as the album got. Vita had said differences between her and Irv Gotti lead to her album being shelved. Black Child, Ghetto Gospel, the debut album by the Murder Incorporated Weed Carrier. Black Child had appeared on any Murder Incorporated album that he could have. He was on practically every Ja Rule album, he was on multiple soundtracks and was part of the Murderers album. Black Child's solo album has had release dates dating from 2000 to 2006 and has gone through multiple name changes. No one even knows if any tracks had been recorded for that album. Charlie Baltimore, Diary. The second unreleased album by rapper Charlie Baltimore. Charlie had previously recorded a debut album titled Cold as Ice in 1999, which was also never released. Then she recorded her Murder Incorporated debut album in 2002, and that also ended up not being released. The Murder Incorporated album was due to be one of the biggest Murder Incorporated releases not by Ja Rule. Charlie had shown up as a guest on a bunch of Ja Rule and Ashanti tracks prior to her album, which back then was great promotion for the album. This album is said to have been recorded and finished. Too bad none of us will ever hear it. Bobby Brown album. Irv had been trying to get Bobby Brown signed to Murder Incorporated Records for quite some time. Bobby Brown did appear on Ja Rule's 2002 single Thug Lovin', and after that Brown did sign for a short period of time. Brown was expected to record and release a Murder Incorporated album in 2003, but that did not happen. Brown would appear with New Edition in 2004 on Bad Boy Records instead, but never released a solo album again. News Huntung Season. This was supposed to be the big debut album from rapper News. Irv Gotti even promoted News on his reality show and showed clips of them recording the album. It was supposed to be the first release of the new Murder Incorporated Records, then titled just The Incorporated after the Feds raid and the shutting down of the label. News claims that an entire album was recorded. Irv never did record the album, and that was it for News on the label. 7 Aurelius. Murder Incorporated Records producer 7 Aurelius, real name Marcus Vest, was attempting to do what a lot of producers either did or thought of during the 2K days, release their own album. Diddy had done it, Pharrell did it, Scott Storch was going to do it, Kool of Kool and Dre tried to do it, and so did 7 Aurelius. Aurelius had produced a lot of Murder Incorporated and Def Jam hits dating back to 2001. Aurelius had a 2007 release date scheduled, but that came and went. Murder Incorporated, the most famous album of any Murder Incorporated Records albums ever released. The unreleased record from Ja Rule /Jay-Z/DMX that was presented by Irv Gotti. Most Murder Incorporated albums back then were presented by Irv Gotti. Rumor has it that egos got in the way, well, one ego to be more specific, of recording this album. Could have gone down as one of the greatest albums of all time. The closest we will have to the album is the 3 or 4 songs that the trio recorded in the 1990s.